think they come next week. They think that I really am crazy. So, and it's okay. Again, I have videos on all of these. I will go through them, but in my YouTube video, and this is the YouTube from here, there's over 100. Some of them are motivational, particularly with my doctoral students who struggle with time management and struggle with, I don't want to. I will do some motivational videos. Some of them are teaching APA formats, introductions, conclusions, abstracts, anthropomorphisms, all kinds of very short video. I know they're not reading my syllabus. I know they're not reading some of the things I post in class. I do know they're watching videos about it. Matter of fact, last night in my hotel room, to say I'm teaching 4 classes right now, online while I'm here. And so I did a video, and it was like, hello from Poland, and I'm giving them all kinds of stuff, and it was 40 seconds. But it was enough that they could see me in the background. I can move my computer. I can show them pictures. My students know that I'm traveling the world, but I'm still teaching them from the hotel rooms where I've been in this country. Technology is a little, it's not very fast, but it works. And my students are like, wow, she's not just in America. I did this again. I was in Vancouver, Canada, in June. Same lecture. And it was really amazing because my students now, online gives you the ability, have computer, I can travel anywhere. Whether in the United States or around the world, I'm still teaching my classes with my students. I loved being a student that way, except for economics. My economics professor was in the United Nations. He was a very difficult professor. But I liked the fact that he was doing it. He wasn't sitting in a classroom, he wasn't behind a desk, he was out in the world, and I get to learn from him more than if I would have been in the classroom and just had those faculty on ground. I now have teachers all over the world doing amazing things, and now I get to be one of them, and I'm very excited about that. So here's the idea is you go to YouTube, just type in Dr. Cheryl Lentz, and you'll see many of them. Sometimes what I will do is if I see problems in my classes, I will just post videos. So the first time I create them, it takes a little bit more time. I've been doing this since January 2011. Started with 1 video. Now I have over 100. So it's taking me a little time. You can't do this automatically, but now it takes me 2 seconds to post a video instead of having to recreate it as long as the information doesn't change. So it's like having an online library that's just for me, and I can use it again and again and again. Very efficient. A lot of fun. It does take a little learning though. So here's what the YouTube channel looks like. And you'll see it changes a little bit in there. So an introductory video, some of the books that I have, and I'll show you some more that are in here. But this is how I have many ways of using the same technology. So the first time I'll create the video, sometimes with my camera, talking head. Sometimes the video I showed you, pictures, music, etc. And then I do it twice, is that I have the video, this is the video here. These are the 3-in-1. So here is how to create an effective abstract, passive voice, anthropomorphisms, right? Those problems that many students, particularly master's and graduate level, will have. Same videos, but these are now a blog. And now we have text. Some students don't like videos. Some students would prefer to read that. So I will have one thing that I do, and I will have 3 different versions. A video, a blog, and then a blog post in there, sometimes graphics. So I do something once, but I have to think, remember, 3 learners, right? Auditory, visual, kinesthetic. So I do the video, now I create the blogs, and this is what it looks like. So you'll hear, this is the pilot study, and then this is the text only. This is dissertationpublishing.com, and it's just the text version. I want to do this. Okay. Here is all the different things about a blog that we have. We have the RSS feed. Do we know what that is?
Yes.
Think of when you're going into a magazine and you subscribe to it and it shows up in your mailbox. This is the online version of the mailbox. So that means every time I update, usually every Friday, that I would have in there, you'd have a new one. You'd be able to sign up, you have a welcome message. The header, this is one of my books, and this is the text. Now this is a different version. This is what makes my boss nervous, right here. A blog has the ability for your students to talk with you on your blog. I don't allow this for my students, not while they're students in my classroom, because I want them in my classroom not here. When we're done and they're no longer a student, I have many of my students that come back, that's fine. But this is the part that I don't want to take them away from the classroom. So I want to go back here and show you, because the idea of a blog, here we go, is that it combines that journal. And all I'm doing is using that blog to give them a online version. Why? They won't read books. The younger the student, 25, 30, they like the ebooks. They like the videos. So, remember, fish where the fish are. I'm taking my classroom to them to make sure that, fine, you won't read my syllabus? Will you read it on the blog? Oh, yes. Why does it make a difference where it is? I don't know. But this is something they will do, and I frequently update it. So I have it, every time I set up my classes, I have to do things over and over again. It was really, really tedious. Now I don't have to. All I have is the blog. I do it once, and I can use it again and again and again for all of my classes. So now it's like I clone myself, right? Put myself many places, many times. A lot of the blogs, you can do many things. Matter of fact, when Helene and I were at WYSIQ, we were at a German panel. Oh, the things they were doing about having children all over the world, Italy, Germany, some places in America for K through 12. They'll have students learn to write by actually creating their own blogs in class. And so the students, they do better than I do with running a blog and managing it, but they find the technology fun. They don't realize they're learning when they're writing on the blog, and they have their own blogs, probably better than the teacher. So now we're harnessing some of that enthusiasm. Fine, you don't want to read books? What if I put the books online? What if I made a video? What if I made games about it? They're like, oh, I like that. And then they come back to the classroom. So technology are keeping students engaged and giving them reasons to come to your class, because they're already going to Facebook, they're already going to YouTube, they're going to all these other places. We as faculty need to be able to bring them back to our classroom. Here's the trouble we're having in the United States. Many schools are coming up and establishing themselves and talking about them, and so now a student has a choice. And many of the students will not, they will take their enrollment dollars and their money, and they will go to a school where teachers do all this. If they have schools that don't, enrollment is going down. Universities are going out of business because of faculty who aren't teaching these technologies, because the students want it. And when they have a choice, they want something fun, exciting, technology, or the same stuff they've had for the last 30 years. So a lot of it is coming down to, with what the students are learning in the classroom in kindergarten, in 10 years, when they're going to be in my classroom, even with all I do, I'm going to be out of date. I'm going to be obsolete. Because the kindergartners are doing so much more that when I have a problem, I go to a 10-year-old. They tell me how to solve things on my smartphone. They tell me how to do videos. They come out and it's so intuitive. It's difficult to learn, but I hope to be teaching for many more years. But I have to now adapt to what the students need and the students want, not what I want. So the idea, we know the blogger and the RSS, I know a lot of this in there, that leaving the comments is the problem that my directors don't like. So I always tell my students, not that they always listen, right? Students always listen to everything you tell them, right? Yeah. Same here. Okay, so we've got the blogs. In order to tell you why we do what we do, there's the academic support, the research behind there. It's called the Boyer's Model of Scholarship. Do we know this here? Is this something that we use?
No.
Okay. This is the model. Excuse me. There are 4 types of scholarship. Scholarship of discovery, scholarship of integration, scholarship of application, scholarship of teaching. This is the research behind what I'm doing and why it works. And they're looking at the ability to build knowledge in new ways. We're not looking at the what. The what hasn't changed. The how has changed. We're merely using a different tool. Instead of being in the classroom, I can be online anywhere in the world in the classroom. I can make live videos. I can make static videos. I can blog with them. I can use animation. I'll show you some of the tools I use. It's really cool. This is one of them. This is funny. Do we know Go Animate? Okay. Oh, we do. We have somebody who knows this. Fabulous. Do you use it?
No.
Oh, wonderful. This is cartoons. And I'll play some of these for you. So I can go, when I have students who are fussy, they don't want to do their homework, I will actually create this. These are cartoon characters. This is me. I don't know if you can see this. And I talk like a robot. Now, I'm not very good with this. It's free. But I'm still learning. It's a new thing I've added just this year. But I will go in and help them through being a cartoon character, a caricature. It's be able to look at them and instead of their announcements, again, not plain text, I'll make a cartoon out of it. And the students, sometimes they tell me I'm a terrible cartoonist. Okay, that's fine. But they still remember, they still watched it, they still read it. That's the point. Is even if the professor makes a fool of herself in there, matter of fact, I used to make my videos 20 and 30 times to try and get them perfect. My students didn't like them. And I couldn't figure out why. They said, makes you look too good. Okay. So now when I do my videos, maybe 1 or 2 takes, and if I make a mistake, the students need to see that I'm human. And I was so surprised. I thought they needed me to be perfect and absolutely wonderful. I said, no, no, we need to be realistic so that we can follow you and do what you do. Oh. Well, then they giggle a lot because I make a lot of mistakes. But here's in there, do you know Voki?
Yes.
Ah, okay. Voki is a way to have your character. I can program this. I have one on my show. I'll show you later. All I do is hit this button, and it goes, hello, my name is Dr. Cheryl Lentz. Welcome to class.
Oh, shall we?
I don't know if this one, let me see if the other one will work. This one typically doesn't work, but let me see if I can get the other one. Peter can help here.
It's fun. Trust me, it's fun. I do those crazy things, and it's always so noisy, and Mr.
Yeah,
Peter, you can hear that. Oh, these are your dogs. And then when we use those tools, the new tools, our students are really into it. I hate when I see that students get bored. If they get bored, I got so nervous. So
This is an older one that I've done. This one works. So if you can hear this, let's see. Ready?
Hello from Las Vegas. How nice to meet you. Welcome to class.
Uh-oh, there you go. I wonder if did the technology people?
Technology is different.
But I can program into this thing that I just type out what I want it to say, and the computer program will spit it out and make the character. Yeah, it's almost difficult. Let's try it again. All right, let's try it. All right.
Hello from Las Vegas. How nice to meet you.